Welcome to another PC Sports Cards PSA submission reveal. This is Josh with PC Sports Cards, and we have a fun submission here for you today. This is bulk 2020.184. It's an ultra-modern submission. We sent it in on 7/16. It got checked in on 9/9, and it popped on 4/2, which happens to be my son and Zach's birthdays. So that was a fun day no matter what. We had a gem rate of 57% and a mint rate of 37%, which means that our 9 or better rate was 94%, which is very common for these ultra-modern submissions. So today we're going to get started. We have a Zion Williamson Mosaic PSA 10. Like always, we're going to have 5 topics that we talk about. Talk about buying, selling, some strategies. We're going to go through all of that. Comment below if you agree, disagree, what you think. If this is your first time watching a video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the little bell to get alerts every single time we put a video up. We are going to be doing 2 or 3 of these videos every single week, probably recording 2 or 3 and doing 1 live reveal on Thursdays. So we will have a live reveal later in the day. LeBron Mosaic. When we come across cards where we have like 5 or 6 of them, I will be skipping over some of them. We have a lot of Mosaics in here. Again, this was sent back in July, so Mosaic had just come out. So we're going to have a lot of them in here. We know that Pop Report is growing. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in today's episode. This was a 300 or so card submission, so we're going to be here for about a half an hour. Got Deshaun Watson. We have 4 Deshaun Watson Optic PSA 9s. So when we have stuff like that, these are all PSA 9s. We're just going to skip over them. There's no reason to look at the same card multiple times like that. Jam Masters. Now, Mosaic to me isn't the greatest brand when it comes to value. We're going to explore that a little bit later in the conversation today. But it is a cool looking card. If you're a collector and you like some cool looking cards and you want to get some inexpensive ones, buying Mosaic may be the answer for you. Trout Refractor PSA 9. Gus Varland, Green Shimmer Auto, PSA 10. Really like when the color match, like with the green and the green on the A's uniform. That's becoming more and more popular. We got Harrow. Again, we have 4 Harrows. We have some 10s and some 9s. Rui Hachimura, Orange Reactive. And now we have our first topic that we're going to touch on, and that is our friend Kobe White. Are you buying or selling Kobe White? So we talked about this when basketball first came out and Mosaic first came out, basketball season was starting. We were very strong on sell Kobe White, right? Why were we strong on sell Kobe White? Because the Bulls are not a playoff team. And even if they are a playoff team, they're not a contender for the championship. So no matter how good he is, Kobe White was going to be a sell. And now we're going to go look, and in January, this exact card was going for nearly $100, and one just sold for $40 this week. So, again, and we'll look at the Pop Report, 1,500 or so out of 2,200 are PSA 10, so about 70% PSA 10s. So this card is a sell. We are selling Kobe White. So, as you can see on the bottom of our screen, we have a little topic. We have selling non-playoff basketball and buying playoff basketball. So what we mean by that is exactly what we just said. Kobe White might be a star. He might be somebody to pick up in the next 2 or 3 months for preseason hype again, but we're not at that point quite yet. I think those $40 Kobe White Mosaics can dip down to $25 to $30, which then would probably switch that over to the buy category going into the season. This Hollow Kamara, this is a buy on my mind. I don't have a topic about it today, but I'm buying a lot of football, buying Prism cards, buying Optic, buying the key brands, buying the key players that I think could be good superstars. Again, Bo Bichette, 2 home runs last night, so hopefully we'll see an increase in his value. I'm sure today, if I looked at eBay this morning, we would see that these rookies, these Series 1 rookies, were selling much higher than they were, or higher than they were just a couple days ago. That line is going to be crazy this year. I know I said don't buy Bo Bichette a while back. Man, I think I was wrong. I think Bo Bichette is legit. And probably going to be... We picked up some high-end stuff. Might pick up some low-end stuff as well. LeBron, PSA 10. Gavin Lux. We got 3 Gavin Lux, so we're just going to skip over those. We got a Bron Revolution. Dominguez, spanning the globe. Again, these are ultra-modern bulk cards, so a lot of them are under $50 raw, but you're going to make money on the grading side of it. A lot of them sell raw under $20 even, but you're going to get $75, $80, $100 of the PSA 10. So that's why these were sent in. Obviously, we can't send in bulk or value or anything like that right now with PSA, so that's not really an option, so we can't really talk about that strategy. I was talking to somebody today, and he told me that there's a ton of LaMelo Ball in the PSA Pop Report already. So it looks like people are spending the $300. It's a cool card, Genesis Barkley. I love the Genesis cards. I might put the set together, the USA basketball set. That's a cool looking set. Harden, Mosaic, PSA 10. Okay. Brady, 2019 Prism, PSA 9. Again, for those that this is your first time watching one of our videos, what we do is we go through the entire submission. Again, this is a group submission. We sent this in for our customers. We're going through the reveal, showing people what's coming back, showing people what's going in, so you have an idea of the market. And talking about 5 or 6 main topics or main cards that we see that have good talking points, right? Sometimes it's something like that first one that we did with the Kobe White. Sometimes it's a strategy on what we should be buying. Some of them we're just talking about Pop Report in general. We have one of those later on in this reveal. Optic LeBron. So we try to give a lot of information. We try to use pretty common terms. Some terms that we're going to use that we don't talk about a lot are generalization, which I'm sure most of you know what that means, but basically it's just we make everything as simple as possible. We want to just generalize every topic so you understand. That's why we say selling non-playoff basketball. We're not trying to pick off a playoff team or a non-playoff team to sell. We're just saying we're selling non-playoff basketball. Buying playoff basketball. Saying that because we're generally buying guys that we think can make a run, right? So Giannis, Kawhi, LeBron, AD, those kind of guys I'm buying. Right? And then we talk about commodity or commoditization. And that would basically be, instead of saying a gold prism or a colored refractor of somebody or a colored insert, we're going to talk about the commodity type card, the base card, because that trend should go on throughout the entire run. So if a base card moves, then the rainbow foil and the gold and so rainbow foil. So if we talked about Keston Hiura, for example, we would talk about Keston Hiura's base card, not the rainbow foil specifically, because if we think that the Keston Hiura base card is going to go up in value, guess what's going to happen with the rainbow foil? Same exact thing. Gardner Minshew, pick him up a little bit, it's cheap enough. Lamar Jackson, quarterbacks. Not saying this specific card, but I'm saying quarterbacks in general, we are buying. Luka, PSA 10. Cam Reddish. Rui. RJ Barrett. So it's interesting. Let's look at the, while we're going through this, let's look at the gem rate that we see in the mint rate. Let's talk about, we're going to talk about that in a couple minutes. After we get through our next topic, which is going to be a little bit of a longer one, we're going to talk about that. We're just getting close to it, so I want to make sure that I can give the gem and the mint rate its own time, because I think that's very important, especially with ultra-modern cards. 94% gem 9 or better rate is an interesting number. So, all right, so now we have some Mosaic Ja. Then we have some NBA debut Zions, 9s and 10s. Solid mix of 9s and 10s in those, even though they're pretty easy grades. Then we have Kobe White again. A lot of Kobe White in here. These Net Marvels cards are cool. James Harden. Little comic booky. Bo Teal Prism. Zion Crusade. Zion debut pink camo. And Optic Zion. Now this is a 9. I know this is a 9. We're going to talk about 10s in general, but this is a big topic, so I wanted to bring it up. Zion, what do you buy, right? Everybody's talking about brand popularity, brand value, all of that. I know this is a 9, but we're going to talk about 10s. We brought up the 4 main commodity type cards. So we have Prism, Select, Optic, and Mosaic, right? And look at the sales. $750 for Prism, $370 for Select. And again, if you look, that's Select number 1, the Concourse, the main one. We're not talking about the courtside or any of the more rare versions, just the base. $250 for Optic and $200, just under $200 for the base Mosaic 209, not the NBA debut, the real base Mosaic. Then if you look lower, we'll see the pop reports. And in the pop reports, we'll see, it's a little small, so I'll read it out. 16,000 PSA 10 prisms out of 30,000 graded. Do the math, it's still around 60%. Then we have Select, we have 2,800 out of 3,500. That's a lot higher than 60%. Then we have for Optic, again, 5,800 or so out of 10,000. So that's, again, in that 60% range. And Mosaic, 7,600 out of 11,000. So we're probably in the close to 70% range. So Prism and Optic, to me, are the 2 best cards to get in a PSA 10 because of the low pop report, the low percentage of PSA 10s in the population and how hard that card is to grade. And look how many PSA 10s there are of Mosaic. I expect Mosaic to be a sell for sure. So looking at this, I would probably be buying. For Zion, I'll buy, even if he's not a playoff guy. I think he's going to be a great player. He's going to be a top 10 player in the NBA, so I'm buying him. But I am selling Mosaic and buying the other 3 brands. I think they're long-term holds. I think that Optic might be undervalued. It was as high as $300, and it's come down to $250. I think it should be basically on par with Select. Even though there's more of them, it's a lower percentage. So I am buying Optic. I'm still buying Select, buying Prism, and I'm selling Mosaic. That's my strategy with Zion. You do what you think is right. I'm staying away from the overproduced, underappreciated. I don't really think it's a brand that's going to last long term. Mosaic compared to the other 3. So I've been saying that all along, and I'll keep on saying that. All right, so let's talk. I hope that was detailed enough, but not over detailed. So again, guys, if you have a question, comment, concern, agreement, disagreement, make sure you post it in the comments. We'll talk about it. Benny Snell Gold, number to 10. Very cool card. So let's talk about that 94%. There's a lot of services out there that try to sell you on the fact that they're going to clean and evaluate your card and tell you how good the card is and that it's going to grade well. This is going to be a 5, the McLaurin, right? And you're paying them $2, $3, $4 a card to do all that. 94% are 9 or better. Nobody's telling you they're getting you a 10. Absolutely nobody's telling you they're getting you a 10, right? Oh, I guess I could have waited for the Optic 10 to come up to talk about it, right? But whatever. Another one. So why are you spending your money, your hard-earned money, somebody telling you that you're going to get a 9 or better, or telling you that they're prepping your card to get you a 9 or better, when 94% of the cards are already 9s or better? Nobody's guaranteeing a 10. Now, if they're telling you they're going to get you a 10 or your money back, different story. Completely different story. I mean, I don't know anybody that would do that. But if they're telling you that, completely different story. Guys, spend your money wisely. This isn't rocket science. It's a cool card. I love the blue velocities. Looking over cards and evaluating them isn't rocket science. It's not hard. Simply look for flaws. If you see flaws, the card probably won't get a 10. It still might get a 9. If 9s are your goal, people are making money with 9s, then it might just make sense to send it in. But say you're sending in 50 cards, and it's $25 a card plus $5 to clean and evaluate, so you're looking at $30 a card. You just spent an extra $250. Also known as grading another 10 cards. You'd be able to grade another 10 cards without spending that money on somebody cleaning and evaluating. To tell you what you basically already know, ultra modern cards are going to be 9s or 10s. If you can't see a fingerprint in the back of a card, you can't see a bent corner, you can't see a giant scratch going through a card, you can't see horrible centering, maybe getting cards graded isn't for you, right? But there is absolutely no reason to be spending that hard-earned money on somebody doing something. Now, if you're talking about modern or you're talking about vintage cards, there may be some value there. Somebody telling you, oh, this is a 7 instead of a 6, or an 8 instead of a 7. You know, there's big money, big jumps in vintage cards specifically. And being able to look over a modern card is not the easiest thing in the world. But when it comes to ultra modern, guys, just don't do it. Save yourself the money. By the way, I think you guys know this. All Prism, right? All Prism draft. What do I always say about Prism draft? Right? Sell, 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 sell. I'm enjoying my new buy and sell buttons, if you didn't notice. Braun. Kobe red, white, and blue. Dominguez camo. Reddish light blue prism. Zion silver. Every day you walk in, I'm doing a video. Oh Lord, how many are here? 8 PSA orders just came back in the middle of recording this video. 8 orders back.
Sounds historic.
No, remember when we had 22? That was fun. Never again.
Alright, I'll leave these for now because you got more, right?
Bat pointing up.
Hopefully half of these are going right back down.
No, grab those right now, please. 'Cause I might run out. Don't listen to B-Rad over there.
Alright.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Fanatics. John Morant. NBA debut versus the regular.
Alright, see you later.
Let him in. Now back to our 94%. If you have a card you're not sure about and you want to pick and choose, like, oh, give me a second opinion on a card, cool. Go for it. Do it. You know, it's always cool to get a second opinion on one-offs. But, like, in general, I hate seeing people waste their money. You work really hard for it. And there are some trustworthy people out there that do the reviews and do that stuff, but in general, it's just not worth it. And if somebody's doing a review for you, ask them for proof of success, right? Because they could sell you once on a big order or whatever, and then they get your money no matter what. Ask them for proof of success. You know, you're doing research. You're spending your money. Again, if it's $5 a card, and you're doing 25 cards, that's costing you a free 5 or 10 cards, right? Make sure it's worth the 5 or 10 cards. Jarrett Culver. R.J. Barrett. How much mosaic could there be? The world of never-ending mosaic. Harrow. Again, Harrow, same boat as Kobe White, guys. Kawhi. Bron Contenders, Bron Fantasy Stars, Bron Give and Go. We have a little Bron theme going on over here. Bron, and more Bron. Tarantula. Oh, that's a cool looking card. Sekutambaya. Cam Reddish. Luka. Giannis. Kawhi. Luis Robert. And now on to topic number 3. We have Ronald Acuna as an example here, but it's not we're not really going to be talking about Acuna specifically. Topps Chrome. Is it a buy or is it a sell? First of all, let's look at some raw values, recent and raw values versus PSA 9 versus PSA 10. A raw sells for $89. That could have gone for even less because it was the best offer. It's not really easy to find those numbers right now on eBay. $135 was hit on a PSA 9, and $281 was the last auction for a PSA 10 with a really terrible picture. It looks like you're looking at reverse through binoculars at that picture. So let's look at the pop report. Here again, pop report is what matters the most here. 8,300 cards graded and 7,300 PSA 10s and 1,000 PSA 9s. Right, so 8,300 out of 8,359. Give or take, just under 8,300 out of 8,359 are PSA 9s or better. That's 100%, guys. 99 and change. Look at the general pop report again. 37 plus 61 is 43,100 out of 43,600 are 9s or better for the entire set. Why is there a premium on a PSA 9? Why? If you own this card right now and you have it graded, sell it. Sell it now. You cannot sell Topps Chrome fast enough. Topps Chrome graded cannot sell fast enough. Refractors, sell. There's no reason to own these cards long term. You will be able to get a raw copy and get it graded and replace it. These are replaceable cards. All replaceable when it comes to Topps Chrome. And that's why you'll hear me say over and over and over and over again why I like Update and Series 1 and Series 2 more when it comes to caring about condition sensitivity, because it's actually condition sensitive. Topps Chrome is not condition sensitive. You are basically guaranteed a 9 or better if you... This is a cool card. Now, if you're getting a low number refractor or something like that, there may be long-term value in it. There's always the chance for that. But if you're talking about the commodity card, again, we talk about commodity cards being the ones that move the most in the market and have the biggest hold and are the ones that you basically track values on, you're going to see 10s all the time. There is no reason to own Topps Chrome base or refractor cards in graded holders if you're the one buying raw and grading it. Take your profit and move on. Obviously, right now, you can't send this stuff in to PSA. Hell, I would consider sending it to Beckett to go for black labels because it's the easiest grade on the market right now. Topps Chrome is the easiest card to grade on the market. It's great, but you take advantage of the uninformed market if you want to. That's really what you're doing, because once those people know these are all illusions, Josh Jacobs. So, there's a Dalvin Cook card in the back. And then A.J. Brown. Once people see that market, they will know not to be buying it. Get rid of it as soon as possible. I hope my point was clear there. The thing about these guys, I'm not going to tell you to buy something when I don't believe in it, and I'm not going to tell you to sell something when I do believe in it. I'm trying to give you the best information that I can from my experience and my knowledge, trying to pass it along so you can make smart decisions. Or more informed decisions, I guess is a better way to put it. More Drew Lock. Guys, all this is Drew Lock, so we're going to skip it. Then we got a couple Daniel Jones. We don't need to see Daniel Jones over and over again in illusions. Red, white, and blue. More mosaic John Morant. Chronicles Acuna. Look at that corner. That's why it's 6. Oh, here we go. Breaking development. Topps Chrome update. PSA 10. Yeah, if you're paying somebody to look over your Topps Chrome or Topps Chrome update cards and you're giving them even a quarter to look that card over, you're just giving them a quarter. It's a 9. 99+% of the time, it's a 9. Or better. Tyler Harrow, green. Blue reactive. We do have a bunch of chunks coming up at the end, so we're going to skip through a lot of that at the end. Jaren Jackson, the rookies. Jaren Jackson. LeBron. Trade the rookies. Rookie Kings press proof. Austin Meadows. He's having a great start to the season. Oh, man, I had Ryan McMahon on my bench last night for his 3-home run game. That was upsetting. In one league, I had him in the other league, I had him on the bench. The one league that I had him in, I care more about. Luckily, both are head-to-head, so it's going to cost me a category this week, but it's not going to cost me long-term. God, it's the worst. That's the worst feeling. These are all Yordan Alvarez opening day. We got Gavin Lux. Bichette. Brennan Malone. Brennan Malone red refractor auto PSA 9. All right. Next topic, injured players. What do you do? Now, I know we have a gold on the screen and it's a PSA 10. Again, we have the gold pop report up. It's really tough to talk when there's only 78 PSA 10s out there and 101 PSA 9s and only 200 cards graded. So we're going to talk about just in general PSA 10s of Eloy, the commodity card, the base card. Back in January, $75. One recently just ended at bids for $56. Yep, you're taking a $20 loss. But you're probably going to see it dip down to even close to $30 or $40. So get out now, reinvest your money. So we are selling Eloy now, and then in 4 or 5 months, we're buying Eloy, right? Wait till he bottoms out, reinvest your money now, buy other cards, make that money back with a smarter purchase, maybe buy Topps Chrome stuff and send it in to get graded and sell it right away, and take that money back out in the end. And if Eloy's a guy you want to invest in, you'll be able to buy in at a lower price. You don't have to sit on the card in order to own the card in 6 months. That's the strategy there. Alonzo Gold. You don't have to sit on cards to own cards. Commodity cards specifically. That gold you might want to sit on. There's only 70 of them. If you have a black, you might want to still sit on it because you're not going to be able to buy it back. Those people aren't selling those cheap. But if you're looking at base cards and commodity type cards like we talk about mostly, you can get out and get back in. Okay. Yordan Alvarez again. A lot of Top Series 1 stuff coming back. Bo Bichette. We got a run of like 8. These are all 9. Gavin Lux, all PSA 10s, 9 for 9. Then our last topic today, we have Ohtani. An explosive start. What do? Look as close as February. These were $25. And now they're $255 on bids. I mean, you can complain about PSA taking their time to get orders back, but you just made a lot more money waiting those 2 months for these Ohtanis. $75 became $750 with a hot start. As you could tell, the pop report is not that bad, right? There's only 4,700 PSA 10s. There's only 7,000 graded. You look at Soto, you look at Glaber, you look at Acuna, and they're passing the 20,000 cards graded for that exact card. So there's a lot out there that could be graded. There might be a lot at PSA, but it's a generally low pop. Personally, I am not a buyer on Ohtani. I think he's going to get hurt again. Also, if I bought these at $25, I'm probably taking some profits. I didn't buy one most likely. I bought 10. So I'm taking profits on 3 or 4, and then I'm holding the rest if I want. That's one strategy. I'm not personally picking him up right now. I'm not buying the bump. I would not buy the bump. I would either hold or sell. I would not be buying Ohtani right now. I know he's on fire. People are excited, but you're buying the news at that point. You're buying the event, not the news. Is what I meant to say. You're buying the event, not the news. Got 4 Gleiber PSA 10s. This guy did really well on this order. Now we have these are all update Chrome Jack Flaherty's. Hey, there is a PSA 8 mixed in there, guys, so it does exist. Rare, but it does exist. So, getting down to the end of this submission, want to remind you, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you get alerts whenever we post these. We're going to do 1 or 2 videos a week, 2 or 3 videos a week that we're going to post as reveals. We're going to do one live reveal. Might do a live reveal with a guest. I didn't think this was going to be a cool looking card, but it actually is. And that's probably going to be on Thursday afternoons. We're probably going to do those live reveals. Zardo, Alvarez, Yao Ming Orange Ice, and 2 Kevin Porters from my friend Ryan. So, again, we will be putting all those videos up. We want you to stay in tune. Comment below, ask some questions, check out past videos. We really appreciate everybody watching. Have a great one.